Imagine a boy of just 11 years old, nervously walking into a brokerage firm to buy his very first stock. Fast forward to today, he's one of the wealthiest, most respected, and most influential investors the world has ever known. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and wise elders, welcome to an inspiring journey through the life of Warren Edward Buffett, affectionately known as the Oracle of Omaha. This is not just a story of wealth, it's a story of patience, vision, and timeless principles. So settle in, open your mind, and let's walk down the timeline of a legend whose lessons could easily mirror our own lives. Warren Buffett was born on August 30, 1930 in Omaha, Nebraska during the Great Depression, a time when every dollar counted. His father, Howard Buffett, was a stockbroker and later a U.S. congressman. His mother, Layla, was known for her sharp wit and keen sense of order. Growing up in a modest home with his two sisters, Warren displayed an uncanny knack for numbers from a very young age. As a young boy, he showed an unusual fascination with money. While other kids played with toys, Warren sold chewing gum, Coca-Cola bottles, and magazines door to door. By the age of 10, he had already read every book on investing in the Omaha Public Library. At 11, he bought his first stock, 3 shares of Citi's Service Preferred at $38 per share. The stock dropped to $27, but he held on until it rose to $40 and sold it. He made a small profit, but later realized he could have made more if he had waited, a lesson in patience that would guide him for life. In high school, Warren and a friend bought a used pinball machine and placed it in a local barber shop. Soon, they had several machines in different shops and were earning decent income. At just 16, Warren had already saved $5,000, a huge sum for the time. He had the mind of a businessman, the curiosity of a scientist, and the frugality of a monk. He attended the University of Pennsylvania at 17, later transferring to the University of Nebraska, where he graduated with a degree in business administration. Rejected by Harvard Business School, he instead enrolled at Columbia Business School, where he studied under Benjamin Graham, the father of value investing. Graham's teachings would forever shape Buffett's philosophy: invest in undervalued companies with strong fundamentals. After graduating, Buffett worked briefly for Graham's investment firm. But he soon returned to Omaha to start his own investment partnerships. He began with family and friends, pooling a small amount of money. With shrewd investing and relentless research, he grew those funds exponentially. One of Buffett's early and famous moves was purchasing shares of a struggling textile company called Berkshire Hathaway. While the textile operations didn't thrive, the company became his investment vehicle. Buffett used it to acquire businesses he admired: insurance firms, newspapers, and even candy companies like See's Candies. His strategy was simple but profound: buy wonderful companies at fair prices and hold them forever. While others chased quick profits, Buffett focused on long-term value. Through the 70s and 80s, Buffett expanded his empire. He acquired stakes in iconic companies like Coca-Cola, the Washington Post, and GEICO. He didn't just invest, he built relationships with company leaders, studied their ethics, and believed in their missions. He avoided tech stocks during the dot-com boom, a move many criticized. But when the bubble burst, Buffett's discipline was proven right. His wealth grew, but so did his humility. He still lived in the same Omaha house he bought in 1958. He drove himself to work and often preferred a McDonald's breakfast to fancy cuisine. By the 1990s, Warren Buffett was a household name, yet he never sought fame. Instead, he sought wisdom and impact. In 2006, he made a historic pledge to give away 99% of his wealth to philanthropic causes, primarily through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. He believed that money should serve a purpose beyond accumulation. His giving pledge inspired other billionaires to commit their fortunes to humanity. Even as his net worth soared, his life remained grounded in simplicity and kindness. As of today, Warren Buffett remains active in his 90s. He continues to guide Berkshire Hathaway and write his annual shareholder letters, treasured for their wisdom, humor, and honesty. In a world full of volatility, Warren remains a beacon of consistency. He mentors younger investors, appears at shareholder meetings, and remains fiercely loyal to his Midwestern roots. He reminds us that success isn't about speed, it's about direction. Warren's story is not just about money, it's about values, patience, integrity, hard work. Whether you're a student saving your allowance, a parent planning your family's future, or a retiree looking back on a life lived, Buffett's journey reminds us that it's never too early or too late to invest in what truly matters. His frugality teaches us to live below our means. His reading habits show the power of continuous learning. His generosity inspires us to give back. His long-term thinking encourages us to stay focused on the bigger picture. As we wrap up this journey, take a moment to reflect not just on Warren Buffett's accomplishments, but on his character. He turned a childhood obsession with numbers into a lifelong mission of value. He showed the world that ethics and economics can walk hand in hand. So the next time you're faced with a tough choice, a financial decision, or simply a moment of doubt, ask yourself, what would Warren Buffett do? The answer might just change your life. Thank you for joining me in this episode of Timeless Wisdom. Share this with someone you care about, and let's all take a page from the life of Warren Buffett. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind, and keep investing in yourself.